our private community and we do a deep dive breakdown of um, the process that we're discussing with our team. Um, Muna, feel free to not have your camera on for now because I'm not going to be speaking to you that much. But just be listening out for when we're talking about some of the client stuff. Um, Peace, I only called you because I was going to ask you the title, but Marvelous gave me the title. So, um, but it's social media, so you might want to stay because you might need to understand some of this stuff. You might need to be able to work with some of this stuff. It's up to you. Uh, Let me just check. It's gone live on YouTube. Fantastic. We've gone live on YouTube. So, guys, thank you for your time. Those who are watching us on YouTube, hello. My name is Shai Babatunde. I am the founder of Ken Blue. We are a business growth consultancy and we help small to medium businesses who are service-based businesses to generate more income, to generate more leads, to grow systematically, and to scale essentially. One of our key factors in helping people grow is helping them create systems to help what they're doing. We have Marvelous, who's essentially our social media manager and video marketer here. Oh, Marvelous wants to say hello. Feel free, Marvelous. Um, go
Everyone.
on. And we have Deborah, who's also a social media manager and video marketer extraordinaire. She still hasn't edited me a video yet, so but I'm just trusting her that she's good. She's been here for over a year, but let's see how it goes. Deborah, can you say hi? Deborah, remember, not sure if they heard you, but anyway. And then I've dragged in yeah, for some reason you cut out a little bit there. Then I've also dragged in our one of our designers, um the baby girl of the company, which is Peace. I don't get Jen. So Peace, just say hello. I forgot. Wait, Peace might be shy. So Peace, let me not put you on the spot. But this is why she's like in the camera like that. Well, Peace, say hello, say hello. We're gonna get over all of the shyness today.
Hello.
Peace literally just said hello. And we have Muna in the background who's working, but she's here just in case there's something we need. So thank you to those who have joined us on TikTok again. I see people are just popping on. Good to have you with us. We're just talking about automating social media within your business. For those of you who have started a business trying to grow your business, we think that systemizing what you're doing is really, really important. And that's what we're discussing with our team today. All right. So before you guys came in, before anyone joined, I was having a conversation with the team previously around some of the stuff on social media that we're looking at. So I was asking Deborah Marvelous about if scheduling is still a thing, if scheduling is still beneficial, because what happens a lot when you're running your business is, and I find it frustrating, guys. What will happen is they would invent technology and then the other companies would now make the technology obsolete. So when they created, what did they create again? Scheduling software. You can schedule your posts, you can post and blah 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 blah. You can schedule your social media, and then all of the social media platforms create algorithms that mean if you schedule, you don't like what. Why don't you guys work together? Like, what's this? What's all this about? It's like they don't want the scheduling company to make money, so they decided to make their software difficult. Why? Like, why can't you let us all? But Deborah said, they don't want people to be bots. They want bots, um, which no one begged you. I didn't beg you to not have bots. We don't mind bots. No one's complaining about bots. I mean, maybe some people are, I don't know. So we're now trying to work out how we can maximize these opportunities for our clients. We have a lot of businesses that we work with who we manage social media for them. Like I said, Marvelously manages our social media ourselves for the company, and we're now looking at how can we automate better, right? So I got a question for you guys to start with. Like in terms of automations, and I'm gonna kind of talk a bit over you because the people on TikTok won't be able to hear you guys, although the people on YouTube can, right? Um, so for you guys, why does scheduling work? At the moment, Deborah, as I said to you earlier, I'm Marvelous. A lot of people are complaining about scheduling. Oh, I don't want to do that. We're working with some clients who they want us to help them grow their social media, but they've been told by experts in social media, oh, don't schedule, don't ever schedule, don't ever schedule, right? So what would you guys say about scheduling at the moment? Oh, marvelous.
Oh, okay. Now I was trying to confirm who was going to go first. I think maybe one of the reasons why scheduling is becoming an issue for some of these companies is to them, they might feel that it takes away from what social media was supposed to be for. Originally social media started off as, or something crazy happened to me today, something spontaneous, if you will, and I want to put it out there. I want people to see it.
I want
So,
to
but
tell my friends
when
and
and
family.
the idea is, yeah, and the idea is, get people to like it, get people to comment on it, get people to comment on yours as well. There's sort of like this sort of relationship being built between you, the person posting, and the person commenting. Scheduling, however, has this sort of premeditated, structure to it, where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna put my stuff out there. I don't want to see what other people are doing, because it doesn't tell you what other people are doing. It just tells you, hey, here's my stuff, take my stuff. So I think that might have like a little bit to do with why, some of those apps, and I was trying to say stuff like, oh no, don't schedule anymore, or we're not gonna put your stuff out there in front of as many people, because it kind of takes away from, they feel takes away from the seriousness of what social media is meant to be for.
I tell you, marvelous. I tell you what's funny about what you're saying, right? Because you're saying originally, and we all know this, social media was designed originally to get people to connect. Oh, like you said, I saw, like you said, something happened to me today. I fell down. I had this great meal. People are sharing what happened for people that they know and people around them to engage. It's meant to be somewhere where people share authentic experiences. Great. But social media platforms make money from advertising. Does that make sense? So technically, they make money from businesses using them. So maybe actually, social media, what they would want is businesses don't use them for posting. Businesses only use them for ads, and everybody else uses it for look at my dog, look at my cat, look at my kids. And I guess that's probably what they want ultimately, where the only time businesses really use social media is when we are using ads. Because I think the sad thing about social media is businesses using social media to grow their businesses doesn't really benefit the social media platforms themselves.
Yeah.
TikTok doesn't gain when a business posts every day and garners 100,000 followers. Because let's be honest, nobody joins social media to follow businesses. No one comes online and says, let me look at the businesses I want to follow. Let me look at somebody to sell to
Yeah.
me. So I guess they would probably
Yeah.
want businesses to just run ads and individuals to post. So that makes sense, Marvelous. That's probably why there's that contention, because scheduling is only something that businesses will do. Individuals are not going to schedule. Like, I don't know anybody who's using social media just for sharing with their friends who says, I'm going to schedule a post tomorrow about my breakup. Like, no one's going to do that. They're just going to post it as and when it happens. Um,
Yeah.
so I guess, but I would have thought when we schedule posts, we're also still making people join organically. Like we're making people engage because we're posting regularly. But I guess ultimately, what you said is kind of hit the nail on the head. I think social media platforms, the powers that be, don't actually want businesses on there. To be fair, scheduling doesn't, so they're not going to be, they're not going to want it, because scheduling also means we are not on social media as much. So if Ken Blue is scheduling every post, we're not on social media.
No, I would
We're
say
just
it kind of
scheduled.
it gives that impression.
No,
It
no,
gives
but
that
I mean in
impression,
terms of
but
attention. I,
yeah,
I mean in terms of, because remember, Marvelous, they want it to be in our hands looking at it.
yeah,
Scheduling means it's not going to be in your hands. It means someone else, like Deborah, is going to edit, put it on a system, and Shia will never go on on the platform again, which is probably what they don't
yeah,
want. Which brings me to what Deborah was saying earlier before we did the live, when Deborah was saying you have to warm up the algorithm. Basically, you have to show that you're on it a bit more before your scheduled post goes out, which is basically the hack around. Oh, I'm still on it. It's basically Deborah's basically saying we have to tell the algorithm we're still around. We're still here. Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm liking. I'm commenting. Don't worry. I know I scheduled, but I'm still active. So maybe the problem isn't they have a problem with us promoting and scheduling. Maybe the problem is they've got a problem with us not also being active on the platforms ourselves. So maybe and this is a probably funny thing. I would love to look into this. Maybe the algorithm knows you haven't opened LinkedIn in weeks. You've only ever scheduled posts, So it's like, I'm not going to promote you. You don't even come here. You just scheduled and just left. So which brings me to I guess to one of the things I wanted to put together. Deborah, I need you to make a note of this. Marvelous, make a note of this because this needs to be part of what we present to our clients. And Marvelous, for Kimberly, we need to think about doing this as well. Like Deborah said earlier, we should definitely, when we have stuff scheduled, so Marvelous, let me know your scheduled times for our posts, and I'll make sure that I'm just scrolling, I'm just liking stuff, I'm just whatever on the platform. And then Deborah, that needs to be a part of it. We're gonna have to tell people, even if you want to have a social media manager or you want to schedule posts, you need to have a social media warmer. I don't know what to call it. Let's call it a warmer. Does that make sense? Algorithm warming. We can call it that. Because it's funny, Deborah, we have to do the same thing for emails. There's email warming that we have to do before we send out emails. Does that make sense? And maybe Deborah. So Deborah, currently we have a situation, right? You're aware. We have a client. We're doing direct DMs for them on LinkedIn. They're not getting good responses, right? If you flip that over to our LinkedIn, with which pieces sending out messages for us on our LinkedIn, sending out cold messages, we're getting responses, right? Some of them are cold, some of them are connected. We're getting responses. But maybe, Deborah, it's because we actually also post on LinkedIn. Whereas the client we're talking about, they don't post on that page. They post on their page, right? You post for them on, or do you post on her profile too, Deborah? Oh, so you post on her profile and you message and we still don't get, whoa. Don't know what the algorithm's got beef with her. Deborah, did you want to say something? So we have to find a way to crack that because maybe how effective social media is, maybe there is some screen time you have to do, I guess. There is some regular interaction you have to do. So you can't build a social media platform based on automations alone. You can't just go on, Marvel. You want to say something?
I was going to say, social media, the way social media evolves is such that you have to learn every day because there's always something new coming up. There's always, something to note about it.
Yes.
What it comes down to for me is businesses that have social media managers or businesses that want to be their own social media managers. It has to factor into the social media structure or the social media plan that you're developing for your business. It can't just be, I want to post, 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 post. There has to be a time for engagement. There has to be a time for, okay, I want to settle down. I want to see what other people are doing. I want to like them because that is also a key part of the strategy. And it's something that, as you've rightly pointed out, something that people miss, something that people just don't do because it never occurred to them to do it. But now that we know that, okay, the algorithm is pushing out videos that, from accounts that are active, but to use that word active, it comes down to the social media managers now or to the people using the social media that, okay, now that I know this, I'm going to put out a certain time each day or a certain time of the day rather, where I'm going to spend on, interacting with posts. I'm just going to spend on doom scrolling, if you will. It's just like, obviously it has to be sort of fixed and so that you don't overshoot it.
So, Deborah, I think we're gonna have to, Marvelous, we're gonna have to have something in our minds called algorithm warming that we're gonna have to be telling our clients about. That they have to warm the algorithm. So because we got people who they want to use our social media scheduler, as I was saying to you guys earlier, our social media scheduler is great. You've got Flash Goal. What is this? Our social media what's the word I'm looking for? Scheduler is great. It does a lot of great things. You can respond to comments. You can check your DMs. You could all of that stuff in the one platform. Wonderful. But the problem now is if people aren't warming the algorithm, as Deborah said, as you've kind of said again, Marvelous, then all of that stuff is going to waste. And I'll tell you why it's so important. With email, we've got a client currently done some email warming, sent out some cold emails. We've gotten immediate responses from those cold emails because the inbox that we're using has been warmed, which means the platforms we're sending it to recognize it and are accepting it well. So again, it's almost as though the warming is it's almost like come and see. I'm gonna give you an analogy that people are gonna love. Oh, they might love it, they might not love it. I don't know. But it's almost like it's gearing up the post. So if you just schedule the post, it's only so far it goes. But if you almost like you're winding up the post to go further with the more engagement you're doing before the post, so that when the post finally goes, the algorithm will send it further than if you just up the post. And I'm probably sure, and this is the thing about it. I think we might be onto something. When people say schedulers, the algorithm doesn't like schedulers, it probably doesn't like it that much, right? But the probable difference is probably not that big a deal. Because if you only show up to social media just to post and you don't do anything else, I think it'll still be the same thing. I think the algorithm will still be like, well, you haven't been here for 6 weeks and you just come to post today. Because everyone will tell you they've done it. Now, this is where everyone talks about consistency. Oh, I'm not going anywhere because so people think consistency is just posting regularly. But I think consistency is screen time. I think these platforms need to know you're looking at things, you're on there, you're doing things. So the next hack is who's going to be able to automate liking and commenting on other people's stuff. If there's someone can create a system that can go through other people's pages and like and comment on behalf of them, then and again, once someone does that, these silly platforms are going to just find a way to say, no, that's not enough. We need you to, face ID. So we know that's your face. Like they'll find another way to make it difficult. Um, Duncan, who's giving? Did you creating tasks? I hope that's not for me. Maybe that's Muna creating a task for you. Why is it telling me? So weird. Um, so all right, so that's very interesting. So we're gonna have to kind of implement algorithm warming. I think we're gonna do a whole session one day. Today's session at 11 was gonna be similar, but I think I might mention this session in 11 actually a bit more. Um, what is this? Allow everyone to transcribe. What? Who's transcribing? Oh, Deborah. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to tell my clients about this at 11 at the session at 11 to think about this a lot more. But I think you're spot on. If people think I'm just gonna schedule and I'm gonna go, they're gonna turn around and blame us and say your software doesn't work very well, not realizing that it's nothing to do with that. You actually have to also um be active and like stuff, and because a lot of people in business like me, I don't have time for that. I don't. When am I gonna get to do that now? Now you're basically telling me too. I've got to go online and start scrolling and looking at stuff. But I guess we can't completely avoid the work. I think some of the problem is what I'm finding is when we're doing all this systemizing your business and building your business, we're almost trying to avoid all the work completely. And I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible to do anything and avoid all the work. Because I know that people are going to be upset. That what's the point of doing scheduling if you're telling me I still got to go on the platform? Because I feel like that right now. But we thought I can schedule and not have to open it. Does that make sense? I thought, oh, yeah, I could just schedule the post. I don't have to go to it. Now you're still telling me I still got to go in to that annoying. The reality is, we still go on social media, so it's not like we don't go on. If I never went on social media and I only had to go on to do this, then I'd have a problem. But I still go on it anyway, so I might as well just go on it, go on the Cambly platform, like some stuff, comment some stuff, and make money out of being on it, so that my post can go much further. And you know what I'll do? I'm gonna have to have a look at it. I'll have a look at that as well. Let's begin to monitor those numbers. So again, welcome to those who are joining us. See people coming in and out. Hope you're doing well. To everybody who is with me today on YouTube and on TikTok, and we're just talking about social media growth for businesses. We're talking about automating social media for businesses. There are so many factors to consider when you're automating. A lot of people are posting manually. We do believe in scheduling posts. The reason why I think scheduling is so important, guys, as well, is for consistency. Like I think, I asked you guys earlier. I said, what do you think the benefit of scheduling is? I think it's better still to schedule a post every day and not show up on social media than to schedule a post or than to post manually for 2 days, stop for 3 days, then post again for one day, then stop again for 3 days, and you're doing it. I don't think that works either. I think scheduling is still better for consistency. And then once you've got that consistency, we do the algorithm warming, right? So I think that's important. What I wanted to show you guys today, after that long intro, was, and Deborah and Marvelous, I would encourage you guys to look at this as well. So feel free to try this out as in now as we're talking, right? So if you guys go to AI agents, or let me, I forgot I shared my screen. So for those who are not looking, we're just gonna now look at potentially building, and let me see if I can show you my screen actually. And for those on TikTok, I see people do this all the time. They share their screens. Sorry about this, guys, on TikTok. Looks a bit crazy. My son's room. This is crazy. Looking out the window. Sorry, guys, hold on. Just getting the TikTokers to see the screen. Everywhere so tight. Oh, don't know if this is even better, but we'll go with it. So let me move this Zoom thing. So we're gonna try and create go to the agent studio and try and create a an agent, right? So I'm gonna delete all of these because these are just like things that we were messing around with. Because guys, I genuinely want to know. I've always wondered this. I hear people do it. I hear people try to do it. Bulk action, delete. I always want to know if people are really able to create social media content from AI. We hear it all the time, but I'm like, Now, have any of you guys tried? Deborah, Marvelous, have you guys tried? Just in general to ever use an AI agent for social media?
When you say that, you mean like from scratch?
Yeah, like something that like an AI bot that can suddenly create videos, and I even saw one here, right, where you can turn my YouTube videos into a blog. It will just write it as a vlog and post it out every time you post a long form YouTube video. Um, which I think is genius. Um, I was even thinking that if you could potentially get like Marvelous, we could potentially create a bot that can write scripts for us. That makes sense. So we give it the knowledge base, we
Yeah.
give it the topic, and it can write a script for us. So there's so many ways we can use it, but I haven't really tried. Deborah, so let's actually have a conversation about it. What type of what things would you guys want to automate? Like what things would you guys want AI to be able to do for you in terms of social media? Is there any part of the creation, and not again, you guys are video guys, so I don't mean the video part. The video part is not going to be the most straightforward thing to do. Um, Funny enough, this actually has a, I'll show you, a multi, let's actually look at it, a multi-content generation with AI agent. So it can do videos, images. Deborah, you shaking your head. Text.
I'm following up here.
Oh, okay, you're following me. I thought you had tried it before and you're like, yeah, it works. I was gonna say, oh wow, you experimenting. How do I hide my controls again? Hide video panel. Yeah. Oh no, can't see you guys. Don't hide video panel. Show video panel. Hide floating meeting controls. There we go. So if you guys can see here, there is a chat message. So I think we can triggers when you fire a chat message is received no additional. Da, da, da. Oh, a workflow. Interesting. So let's ignore that for a second. And then how does it know what to generate? Video, brand voice. Let's do Ken Blue, design kit, brand board one. Describe the video. I don't know. AI model. Which one? Sora VO3. Which one, Deborah? Marvelous, which one?
Yeah, we
So
can use Sora.
Well, you both said Sora. Oh, I mean, Sora is decent. Aspect ratio, um, 16 to, which one's
Hmm?
the length? I don't,
9 to 16,
I,
yeah.
is that social media? Is that like Instagram? Yeah.
yes.
Instagram, yeah.
Resolution, yeah, 1000. AI model data, use to thermal temporary retain your prompts and regenerate content for up to 30 days, safely monitoring and delivery service. Your data will not be used for training models. Data handled via AI, brother. Don't know what you're saying. Um, describe the video. I don't know. Um, no. No. I don't know. What do you call these? What do you call these videos? These headshot videos.
I was going to say we use AI. Once we have an idea of what we want, just use AI to get out all the necessary prompts, such that everything is covered.
Yeah. So there's so many ways you can do it. Let me see. When it says test, how am I testing it? How are you going to test it for me? Um, let me see. Okay, video about a man and his dog. What's it going to give me? It's going to give me audio, video, image, and text. That's crazy. I don't know how long it's going to take. But I always wonder, because most people do videos where it's like them sitting down talking, I don't know what these things are useful for. Like, why would I ever want a video? And I'm asking because I'm hoping you guys can tell me. Like, why would I ever want a video to be generated by AI? For what? What's the social media use case? They did a really good point. I saw a video the other day. The guy said, imagine someone's paid for something. You can generate a video that can make, like, you can audio and a video that can say, "Hi, Marvelous. Thank you for paying for blah 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 blah," and it can be sent to that person automatically from like an AI person. So I thought that was pretty cool, like for sales, but for social media, like, you know, I'm unsure why somebody would need
Uh,
to create. Go on, what did you say?
it serves a couple of purposes. One key purpose is because it puts so many of your videos out there, because it makes video creation easier and you have more videos out there. Once the algorithm sees that, okay, you are very consistent and people are relating to your videos, it now goes out to push your other videos out there. So what this can do is sort of serve as a sort of springboard for most of your other videos. Once the algorithm sees that, oh, this is doing fine, and then it's like, okay, let's just push all of Shara's videos out there for people to see. So it can serve that purpose. It makes video creation simpler in some cases, but just as with anything AI, you really have to also touch it up and stuff like that. But the first point about it pushing out your other videos is, I think, for me, one of the primary use cases for it coming on social media.
But Marvelous, the video is not going to have me in it, right? It wouldn't have me in the video. So how would it? What would it? Okay, let's
That
see.
was
So
your
look at this.
okay.
Look what it's just done. So I just said a video about a man and a dog. It's a heartwarming Brandon video showing a man and his dog enjoying the day in a sunlit park. The video highlights their bond through playful and joyful moments using Cambridge signature colors and professional, trustworthy tone. So let's see. It says, watch the video. It is going to be interesting. Um, whoa.
We can't see it.
Yeah, I'm about to share. About to share. For starters, I'm sure I said a black man, but I realized I didn't put a black man in that part. This is interesting. This is very interesting. because this is way better than I've seen in normal image.
Good job, pal.
Look at this, guys.
Ready, buddy? Go get it. Good job, pal.
4 seconds, but it even has music. It has background. No, you could potentially make. So the question is, why was it so short? That's another question. Is there no way I can extend it? The other question is, how much did that cost me? That's another question, because that's not. I know that's not free. Um, Interesting. What did you guys think of that? Deborah,
I think it
let's do
was
another one. Come on, Deborah.
okay. I said I think it was nice, but can it be specific to a realistic brand? Because
No,
I
it's
would,
because I remember I only wrote a man and his dog, so it gave me literally. It gave me what I wrote, isn't it? So
yeah,
let me try something. So let's try something here. Um, Let me do this without saying too much. I can't say too much in it. Don't want to expose people.
this can be.
A real estate uh, um company showing someone a nice house in, oh, I got to write the place in London. No, do London. The persons in the video are British, and the couple viewing the house are a young, newly wed couple. The person showing the house is a woman in her 40s who is dressed smart casual and presents herself friendly and positive. Yeah. The video should be 10 seconds long with minimal dialogue and gentle, let me try this, R&B music. That's what Deborah likes to do on her videos. Loves to give people Afrobeat and R&B. Controversial songs. All right, so let's see what it generates for us here. But again, this is, if we can play around with this, if we can tweak it, if you guys saw earlier when I was editing this, you can actually have a brand voice, brand colors. So I'm wondering what we can do with the image generation. And the other thing is it because I said a video? Because it's meant to generate all of the content, to be fair. So I'm wondering what do I have to do to make it generate video and everything? Does that make sense? Like a video, an image, some text. Because if we can imagine that, guys, we can just say one prompt and it can give us a carousel. If this thing can make carousels, Deborah, that's game over. Game over. So here's the thing, guys. Let me tell you what's mad. I saw in another video. Do you know? I don't know if you guys saw one of the triggers. One of the triggers for this can be a workflow. So you can actually have a workflow. Or Deborah, you can have a form. We could do a form where we just tell the agent what to do. Do it, and every time you do it, it would send a video. Then I think you can actually get it scheduled, so you can automatically schedule it. So imagine one prompt, Deborah, could schedule a video. Like, here's the content. Here's when you schedule it. Here, it will do it. It will send you the content. Okay. The problem is you want to be able to see the content before it schedules it, just to make sure it's AI could be funny. And some of our more recent clients, Deborah, are a bit sensitive. They don't want crazy. But I think this is something we can potentially play around with. I think that video that I did, I think that was really good in terms of, guys, we could potentially do a video that's 10 seconds, and the real benefit of the video, Marvelous, is the caption. So it doesn't always have to be, because we had this problem last year where every video had to have me in it. Whereas, hey man, we could create some, oh, network error. No, we don't need that right now. Better behave. What? No, what are you doing? I just want this copy and pasted, not the whole. Okay. Okay, give me one moment, guys. Seems to be having a little bit of a moment there for our internet. I don't know how audio, Deborah, Marvelous, how do you think audio can be used? Like, how can somebody generate let's do this. How can someone what can someone generate using audio? Like, what would be the point of using audio? Because we don't so I just got an idea. So here's something I see a lot, and maybe I'll use this for the ARP page. I see a lot of AI generated podcasts. Have you guys see those? So it's like two people talking. Now, most people can't tell it's AI, but I can tell it's AI. But it's an AI generated conversation. Deborah, you've seen them, I guess. You've seen some of them. I've seen these ads, and these ads will have like it'll be like a guy in front of a crowd saying, "Yeah," da, 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 da." So it'll be like the person looks like they're a speaker. Um, I'm actually so tempted to just I'm actually tempted to use this to launch a whole hold on. I'm actually tempted to use this to launch a whole Code Blue account with a social media platform that's basically going to be just AI generated and just see how we can grow. But then we have to have real engagement in it. Damn, you can't just flood it with AI content and expect it to grow. These social media giants, they know what they're doing. They know and it's because someone's done it before. Somebody has flooded the internet with AI content so much, and it was getting. I remember YouTube demonetized the ability to use AI to well to make money off AI generated content because people were creating pages upon pages upon pages of like stories and folk stories with using AI generated content. Okay, so let's give this one a second. But no, Marvelous and Deborah, I'm so curious. Audio. Um, how can someone use audio to?
Well, there are a number of AI features that allow audio to video conversion. What actually happens is it transcribes the audio, and from the transcription, it kind of that becomes like a script where the AI now turns that into a video. So that's actually quite popular now. So people just dictate, the AI transcribes it, the AI converts it to a video. So that is also used in content.
Mm, one moment. Oh, guys. I'm trying to see if I can create. It won't let me do the Oh, you can upload what? What do you mean what can you put here? I'm trying to see if I can hold on. Can I? Can I do? No way. If I can do what I think I can do. wonder if you're gonna let me use the picture to build a video. Deborah, this might be another hack for us as well. Ah, sorry, I can't identify or animate real people from photos. Or you can't identify. So this video I asked you for, why did your network crash when I gave it to you? I need to know if you can do carousel. So after we try this video, we're gonna see if we can do carousel. If you can do carousels, then that's a game changer for all of us. We can leave Peace alone. Peace doesn't have to design any more carousels for anybody. And Deborah can just be churning out carousels like a whatever churns out carousels. But Deborah, I think let's look if we can get this video stuff to work, I think we might be able to maximize this video element. Because I know for some of this work we're doing, video is hard to get. Video is hard to get. If it tells me network error again, I'm gonna. Just tell me you can't do it. Don't be telling me stories. And I'm wondering if algorithms work less, or don't push content that they know has got AI in it. Were you gonna say something, Deborah?
Yeah, I think that's for business that includes you wanting service from people. Like you want people to give you their money. You can't be using AI in your business. The algorithm sees you as a scammer. But why are you trying to sell something to clients? All your content is AI.
Hi, welcome to a couple. Let me show you around.
Deborah, why does it keep doing 4 seconds? How do we make it longer? This is not too bad.
Hi, welcome to a couple. Let me show you around.
I think you have to indicate timing in the prompt.
I did. I said 10 seconds. Yeah, I said 10 seconds. So maybe I have to, but Deborah, maybe I have to do it. Maybe I have to do it in this prompt. Because again, ignore what I put here. I know in the first place. What did you think of that, Deborah? What did you think of that, Marvelous?
It was nice.
Welcome to a couple. Let me show you around.
I mean, did you see the door? What kind of door is this? Why is there one door see-through and one door? AI. What kind of nonsense? This is not how doors are. This is not how houses are.
Welcome to a couple. Let me show you around. Hi, welcome to a couple. Let me show
Did you hear what she said? Oh, AI, man. So this is why I have to do more prompts. She said, "Hi, welcome to a couple. Would you like me to show you around? Welcome to a couple." What English is that?
you around. Hi, welcome to a couple. Let me show
Did you hear it? Hi, welcome to a couple. Let me show you around. Obviously, we're gonna have to tweak and play around with it a bit more, but I think there's definitely a lot of potential here. I'm gonna try one more thing. A podcast of 2 professional men talking about how AI is going to be key to social media growth. The video should pan from one man to the other when they are talking. Both men should be younger than years old. The video should be 10 seconds long. So there are 10 seconds again. Let me see if it gives me the time I asked for. Boom, 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 boom. But Deborah, if we can crack this, this could be a very useful tool that we can utilize for ourselves and clients. But at the moment, one of the problems we're having is getting content, isn't it, Deborah? Getting people to give us. One of the lovely clients we have, Deborah. I don't know if you remember when I brought it to you, and I said, "Oh, there's a client, Deborah. You're gonna love them. They told me they've got lots of content." Remember when I said that to you at the beginning?
Yeah.
Now all of
Yeah.
a sudden, I'm like,
I
all this
actually,
content that you were. So, Deborah,
I actually didn't believe you at the beginning.
you didn't believe me. I just told you what they told me.
I think it's easy for people to say stuff like that, and when you get in,
Deborah, I had no doubt in them because why would you tell me that? I really believed. I thought. Then all of a sudden, I'm hearing little by little. What I'm hearing is like, that's not quite. Wait. Ah, They told me, videos and lots of videos. Wow. Now you're telling me, oh, it's just one really long video. Now you're telling me, I'm saying, what? This is not what I was promised. I'm disappointed.
and I'm
Um,
putting the
AI
videos.
is transforming how we grow on social media. Absolutely. It's the future of engagement.
okay, this one is a bit harder to tell by regular people that this is AI. If I didn't generate this with you guys just now, and you showed me this clip, I'd be like, oh, who's this guy? I wouldn't have known this was AI.
AI is transforming how we grow on social media. Absolutely. It's the future of engagement.
Abi?
Yeah.
Like, no, Marvelous, it's because because you
And
see, like, if you just showed up and you just saw this video, you would have just scrolled by and thought, oh, this is one random guy on a podcast. I think the table's too clean, though. This is an empty table.
AI is transforming how we grow on social media.
You know what I usually look at? I usually look at the person's mouth, but this
Absolutely.
mouth
It's the
is
future of
really good.
AI is transforming how we grow on social media. Absolutely.
Even like the transforming, even the way he's talking is very, very human. Deborah, you're going to say something.
I said, even though it's not flawless, it's better than the other versions of AI I've been seeing.
I mean, trust me, some of the stuff that we tried to create in the past is like, what is this?
Yeah.
But I'm confused about the time thing. So I'm gonna look into that. Why it won't do it longer than I think maybe it's because it's in test mode. Um, so I need to find a way to do it. Yeah, I need to find a way to do it outside of test mode because that might be the problem. Problem might be that's in test mode. But we can look at how this works. Shall we quickly try the carousel?
Yes,
Create
please.
create a 4-page carousel talking about 4 benefits of using AI to grow your social media page. Use the brand colors you have. Make the background of the carousel black and the text white with highlights of blue. Don't put too much text on the pages. The company it is for is Ken Blue. Don't use images on the pages either. Separate each page into one file, one JPEG file. Let's see how this goes. If the only real issue is the prompt, then that's cool. That means we just have to prompt it well, and we can start creating. And Deborah, what I didn't show you guys a second ago is you can actually have a knowledge base. So one of the things you have to do is you have to create a knowledge AI bot where Deborah, you can put the client's website, you can put the client's information, you can put all the stuff you want to put on there, and then the AI will first get that information from there before it creates a carousel. So you might be able to create social media content ideas that are quite intuitive and quite accurate. Does that make sense? Okay, twiddle our thumbs. Those on TikTok, I hope you enjoy my screen. I know it's probably boring to watch, but yeah, watch with us as we see. We're trying to use some AI stuff to generate our AI platform to generate some content. Still don't know what we use the audio for though. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna go in a minute or two, guys, because we have to prepare for the 11 o'clock session. Don't want to be late for that. But while we're generating, said not too much text. What the heck is this? AI, man. Look at this. But Deborah, design-wise, this is not terrible. But in terms of what I asked for, it's terrible. I get you. I get you. I get you. I get you. I asked you for 4, but because I gave you 4 pages, you had to do 3. Because I asked you for 4 on 4 pages. I get you. You can download each page as a separate for your carousel. Where? Where can I do that? You're saying I can download where? Where? That's ghetto. You want me to save it like that? Save image? Ugh. But no, Deborah. Okay, so the prompting has to be really specific, I guess. I said minimal text. This thing wrote a whole essay on each slide. This is not.
I think when it comes to
Hold on.
AI, you have to be like specific. Can't simply text. You have to give it the minimum text.
Mate, to me, I thought I was specific. I thought I was clear. What else did you need me to tell you? I said to you. But what do you guys think of the design? This is not terrible at all. Deborah? So what do you think, designer?
It's actually nice. It's actually nice, but the problem I think is with this generated design is that when there's a correction now, you have to rewrite the prompt and correct something.
Yes,
You cannot
true.
you cannot just remove something. You have to rewrite the prompt and change this.
You're right. That's so true. So you got to run it like this, or you lost it. Because even if I put the same prompt in, it's going to give me a completely different design. That's a good point, Peace. Oh, that's a good point. So the key thing here is you have to learn to prompt so that the first time is the last time. So that's the thing. So Sarah, we need to work out how we're going to prompt this thing so we can teach our clients how to prompt it. Because this is way easier though. As much as you're saying that piece, this is still way easier than having to come up with it, sending it to you. You have to do I don't mind doing this 2 or 3 times, and then Deborah in the house content. So Deborah, this is why with me are you gonna fight? This thing has been here. I told you to be trying these things. You could have hacked this by now. Would have made your job so much easier. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Deborah doesn't care.
Me too.
He doesn't care. The only thing is I have to look at how much the stuff costs, because that's the key thing. The key thing here now is how much does this all cost? This stuff isn't free. I don't know how much I've just spent just doing this experiment now. I know everything seems cheap, but the moment you start doing posts every day, imagine doing 3 carousels every day, and you have to do 3 prompts per carousel. That's 3 times 3 is 9 prompts just for the carousels every day. And then imagine you're doing, it can quickly add up. 9 prompts a day, becomes 9 times 5, 40, what's the word? 45 prompts a week. Again, becomes 45 times 4, which is like 170 or whatever it is, 170, 180 prompts a month, which again begins to add up. But let's be honest, it's still cheaper than hiring Deborah. It's still just cheaper than having a whole Deborah, a whole piece doing it. Don't worry, guys, your jobs are fine. You know, I like you guys. I'm not going to replace you with this. But definitely for the clients who can't necessarily afford to have somebody sitting down doing it, this is not a terrible option. And it'll be great to look into how we can. Oh, look at this. Data driv. What is this? What's this? The W? A V? AI. God. God, AI. God, AI. Yes. Add a fourth. Let me see if it's going to remember the last prompt and just give me one more slide. If it can do that, Keith, maybe you're wrong. If I can say recreate slide 3, but make it blah, 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 then maybe peace, maybe there's a way around it. So we'll see how that works. For those who are on TikTok, thank you for joining us today. I hope you've learned something somehow. And I appreciate you all for hanging with us every Thursday morning. Have a good day. That's TikTok gone. All right, YouTube, I'm going to kick you out. Oh, so you just say, what? What is this? This thing is weird. It's not a good designer. Why would 4 be the big thing on the screen and then the actual information is tiny? Come on. AI, use your noggin. That's 168 viewers we had on TikTok. Wonderful. It was really, really numbers are getting higher every week. So that's brilliant. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna do some more lives next week actually. Slip. Oh. All right, fantastic. So let's prepare for a session. Oh, say bye to YouTube. Forgot. Bye, YouTube. Marvelous. You haven't signed us out before, Deborah. I don't think Deborah has, but Deborah's
I
on the
have.
mood this week. So you have. You know, Deborah, you know, there's a record. I can go back and check. You have. I know Peace has. Peace, you did it like the other week, didn't you? All right. Marvelous. If you can just sign us out of the YouTube, and we'll see everybody next week.
It's been a very powerful session, and see everyone same time next week, hopefully with more and more to learn.